I am your girl, Dr. TOD. I am super excited to be here with you today because we are talking about how to make it to the end of the year. How to make it to the end of the year. Listen, throw in a towel. Don't do it. Trust me. I know the notion is in your head and you want to do that. We're going to give you tips and things that you need to think about as this is the last quarter. So for those that don't know me, I am your girl, Dr. TOD. I'm an optometrist by trade, and I'm also a life and sustainable business coach. And I created Sustain Your Biz LLC to be able to help entrepreneurs to basically get a gauge on how they can go to their next, how they can improve, how can they really look at their business as a living, breathing thing. And one of the things that I stress is about business planning. And over the years, there's been back and forth about business planning. And I just had a conversation with one of my mentors, and they said, well, business planning, yes, business plans are not what they used to be back in the day. But if you don't have a business plan, you are failing to plan. Okay. So I love that statement because it goes back to what I've been saying, that you still need a business plan, whether it's 150 pages or whether it's one page. Like, you draw out a map, you just draw it out. This is the plan. You need to have a plan. You need to have a plan. And I wanted to talk to you today, number one, about that and why you need and what things that need to go in there. So as you're looking at the next year, just to see some of the things to make sure that you have that in there. And then we'll go over some tools for you to improve in this last quarter. Okay. Because those are the things that I'm really, really super excited about. Yes, I'm super excited about business plans, right? I don't know why. For me, it's almost like a Bible. So, a business plan is like a recipe. And wait till y'all see my next video that I'm going to show you. A business plan are the ingredients that make up your business. What does it have? It has an executive summary. That executive summary is just basically a thing that's written. It doesn't have to be long. It's easy to follow, and it basically gives instructions to the company, its purpose, and its framework. And so this section sums up that information in your plan so that it can be helpful to go back and write it after the rest of the work comes in. Listen, I liken it to be an open statement, almost like when you're watching the Oscars or you're watching this thing, right? It's an opening statement. This is we've been here, and this is what we do. It explains your business in 1 to 2 sentences. That's it. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. The other thing that it needs to have is a company overview. List what you're purchasing, list what you're selling, your goods and services that they'll provide, what market you're servicing, short and long-term growth, and history of the company formation and past performances, right? So explain any momentum the company has had made in your plan. This is why I say it's a living, breathing document, because as you develop your business as an entrepreneur, these are the things that you are going to really start thinking about as you develop your business. You might have one idea, but as you start getting into this thing called your business, called You Are Now a CEO, that it might shift a little bit. So those are the things you need to have in there. Then your products and services just really need to be delineated. What are you actually selling? Who are you selling to? What is your market? Make a description or compelling engagement why somebody should purchase or buy from you. And who's your competition? And so from that, when we say who's your competition, number 4 is look at the market analysis. So for example, I'm in the eye care industry. I know that the companies that I'm dealing with are these, the larger corporate companies, and now even online eyewear. So that's why I've been shifting to more of the medical model, where eyeglasses or selling eyeglasses is not so important, because for me, what I do is, if I don't sell a pair of eyeglasses, it's not going to make or break my business, right? It's not going to make or break my business. So I've switched. Marketing strategy. So what is your marketing strategy? How are you going to get people to know who you are? Are you going to strictly be online? Are you going to do advertising on social media? What's going to be your reach? Who are you reaching? Ultimately, this means what are going to drive your sales. And then what is the organizational management? So the management could be, it's basically a tree of, who's who in your company. You might be the one that's going to do everything for right now because you're that entrepreneur that does everything in each and every compartment or department, right? You're that secretary. You're the person that sends out the invoices. You're the one that answers the phones. You're the one that's ordering product. Yeah. You're the one that's managing, employees, etc. You're the HR department. You're the IT person, so chief executive officer. You're doing everything. You're the Indian chief in the business. And so then the other part of that is number 7, and this will be the last, is your financials. So different kinds of plans will require slightly different financial information. And then how can you get this done? So basically, these are like some of the tips that you need in order to have a business plan. Listen, if people are telling you that you don't need a business plan, I'm really against that. That's just my opinion. I think that you need to have a plan just so that you know where you're going, how are you going to get there, and things of that nature. Because if you don't have a plan, your plan is to fail. So, and it's something that changes over time. And so if you want to, this is the last quarter, right? The last quarter. And so I urge you to go back to your business plan and look at that thing and figure out, have you made all the marks that you've made this year, right? And so here are some tips on what you need to make sure that you work on for the last quarter. 1, establish a clear vision as to where you're going to do for the last quarter, right? You just need to put that out there. How are you going to earn money? What product and services are you going to look at? What product and services are you going to probably stick up on the shelf because it's not working right now? It's something that and I say stick it up on the shelf because it's something that you wanted to sell or put out there. Doesn't mean that it's not something that anybody needs forever, but it just might mean that it's not needed at this time. So stick it up there on the shelf. Don't throw it away. That's an idea. That's something that you can morph into something else because God downloaded that vision for you to sell it or a service for you to be able to use, right? So don't throw it away. Then the other one is, again, I already talked about create a business plan. Look at that thing, put that there. That was step number 1. Stick to your budget. A lot of times we go full steam ahead for the first 2 to 3 quarters, and then you're stuck because your money is funny right now. So figure out a way to do 1 and 2. And look at your budget and how much you're going to be able to make, because you want to be able to make sure that you're not losing money or going a little bit overboard on things that you don't need to. So look at your cost analysis, look at your budget analysis, look at all of those things so that you can factor in, like, do I need to increase customer service? Do I need to increase ads? Do I need to increase, the awareness of how people are going to find you? And the other thing is you may be able to utilize some other people like your family or adding on to another task of whoever's in your office to be able to kind of take some of those things out. I know that when I was at a particular corporate location, they were actually asking the workers to actually post on the corporate account for social media. So that could be something that you do where you even have a manager or you have a staff person that's going to be able to post on the social media account or tag the social media account so that you can get that social media traction. And so then the last one is networking. This is the last market. So this should be a way for you to network. Listen, I need y'all to go over. I'm going to put the thing up there also, the link. But I need you to go over to our networking club. That's the networking club that we've established. We have 2 clubs, but our networking club is more for entrepreneurs that really want to do a thing. And yeah, I just want y'all to win in every aspect of your life. Listen, I have been working on something, and let me see if I can get this going. I've been working on something so that I can really make the last quarter work. And so let's see if I can get this working here. Yep. So yeah. So what's going to happen is once you put all of this in place, then you will understand, hey, Dr. T was right. I really need to look at this. If you need a coach, just, message me, go to the links upstairs. Upstairs, up there. Everything is in the link tree at Dr. TOD, at Linktree, Dr. TOD. Everything is there. You could just DM me on the side, show how much do you charge for coaching. Listen, we have basic packages for you for coaching. It all depends on what you need. There is a strategy session that we have built out. I can send you the link for that. Now you have to pay for that before we even get started, because that's the time that I'm going to be giving to you to figure out where you need to go, how you're going to do it, and some steps that you probably need to take and look at. Listen, the one thing that I know for true, I can't help you if you don't have a business plan. So I don't care if you wrote down, chicken scratch. At least you have a plan. In order for me to help you with your business, I need to see your vision on paper. If I don't see your vision on paper, I can't take you from vision to visionary. And so this is where I'm at. This is where I'm focused on. I'm focused on focus, no pun intended, on making sure that you have a sustainable business. That's why we call it Sustain Your Biz LLC, because it is a way for us to be able to take what God has given you and figure out how we can sustain it, because it says in His word, right? It says in the Bible that God will sustain us. And God will sustain everything in your life and in your business. You just need to be able to tap into that and figure out, hey, what is going on here in my business, in my life? And sometimes those two mix together. So using the tools and the skills that we've already talked about, I think that this will be an amazing, amazing way for you to end the quarter. Again, I'm kind of focused on what I said about taking a service and putting it up if it's not making money. I'm going to go back to that for a second while I wait for this video to play. The one thing that I can say is you don't want to spend money on things that's not working. You don't want to spend money on things that's not working, right? You don't want to spend money on things that's not working. And if they're not working, it's tough to put things aside because you really are wholeheartedly wanting to do that. You feel passionate about it. And so one of the things that I've been asked by some friends of mine that I'm considering, that basically I would say they're my ambassadors and they're my mentors. And they was like, are you stuck on being there? Or are you stuck on having this product? Are you stuck on this service? And I like that question, because at some point we're gonna have to understand that there are going to be some things that you're going to have to shift and change. And you need to get unstuck in order for things to shift. And so that's where we are. That is exactly where we are. We want you to be able to take a look at those things that are getting you stuck, and let me help you get unstuck. Let me help you get unstuck, because I think it's needed. I think it's needed. So put anything in the chat. Let me know, what's going on with you. Let me know you know, how you're feeling, you know, any questions in that. I'm trying to get this video up for you guys. Any questions that you may have? I have to just do it another way. Any questions that you may have, put in the chat. Did this add value to you? Put that in the chat. You know, because I just want your last quarter to be amazing. Just want it to be amazing. That's it. Because you're winners. Give me 1 second. Winners. I'm trying to get this up for you guys. You see, technology always doesn't work out all the time, right? Technology doesn't work out all the time, but we are going to make this work today. You hear me? We're going to make this work. So any questions, put your questions in the chat. Put hashtag replay if it's on a replay. If anything I said made sense, put that in there. If I wasn't clear, ask me another question so that we can make it clear for you, right? So we can make it clear for you. Here we go. So yeah, I just want it to be clear for you because this is the last hurrah for the year. And I don't want you to throw in a towel, as I said before. Now, some people have, because it's really, really hard to look at a thing and put that on the shelf. Maybe you want to put it on the shelf for your business. I don't want you to. But yeah, we'll talk about that at another time. But listen, this is why I do what I do. Because I am here to encourage you as a life coach, right? As a life coach. So I have some amazing product that I'm launching. I will put the website up, you know, right after this. I'll put the website up for you. I just want you to check it out. See what it looks like for you. Ready? Let's go. So yes, we have an amazing t-shirt line. So the more I come on, you will see that I'll have on a different t-shirt, just switching it up a little bit to give you inspiration. You know, you also have Coffee with Dr. T. I just have to get that line straightened out, but this is going to say, it says Jesus Coffee. Amen. Listen, we are doing a thing. This is what we're going to do in the last quarter. I need y'all to get your t-shirts. I want to inspire you to win in this season. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, whenever you are watching this. Share this with other people, because why? Sustain Your Biz is not going anywhere. We are here to help you. If you need a coach, I am that girl for you, so that we can start strategizing, pushing you, talk through that thing. And what I tell people with my coaching, there are 12 steps that we go through first before we even start talking about your business, because I need to dive into some things before we even go on to talking about business. All right. So this is what we talk about first, and then we will go on. So looking forward to meeting you all, looking forward to having you go over to the networking, the free networking Facebook group right now. The membership is free. So we want you to be a part of that. And listen, work hard, you guys. Stay strong. You guys got this. We're going to grow, and we're going to see that vision through. Be blessed.